Just let me know when you're ready.
All right, we're ready. We're ready. Welcome, everybody. We want to welcome you to the Keys to Health and Happiness weekly webinar series we're doing with Dr. Peter Amato. And today's focus is really on the Harmony Mountain experience. And so I want to just thank everybody for your patience with some of the technical difficulties that we had. And I want to really honor your time and get into this. Let's focus. But before we do, Peter, take us through, say hi to everybody and take us through what last week's intentionality recap of last week, what we covered and how that can tie into today's teachings.
Okay, thanks, Jake. And for those of you who were here last week, we left the party, which we happen to be calling an intentional community. We left the party last week, leaving people with the thought of cultivating an intention within, as if dropping a seed into our awareness of intentionality for the following week. And I'm just curious if anybody dropped that seed and if anybody's intention manifested at all. So we'd like to continue to flourish that each week by starting with an opening meditation, leaving with the closing meditation, but additionally encouraging people to join in to this intentional community. And the more we gather, the more we come together, the more these intentions will manifest and flourish in everybody's life as we learn and practice together. So you can just chime in and write in if you had any aha moments during the week where your intention arose for you in any fashion, whether it be in your mind, your actual physical life, your environment, and send us your blessings. We'd love to hear further on that. So Jake, with that said, let's begin with an opening meditation.
Okay.
So I'd like to invite everybody to become comfortable in their chair. Relax the eyes closed. Place the palms face up on the knees or upper legs. Parting the lips, allowing yourself to engage in a half smile. Connect with your breathing, letting go of the day and arriving. This is the practice of arriving in the here and in the now. Noticing that the belly is rising and falling. Relax the shoulders. Feel the cool air at the tip of the nose going in and the warmer air coming out. Relax. Notice where you're holding on and just let it go, loosen, relax. Inhale the crown of the head down to the base of the spine. Exhale the base of the spine, down the legs and out the feet. Take that smile down the spine and then down the legs and out the feet. As if spiritual push-ups. We're reminding ourselves that we're complete, we're total, we're happy, we're bliss. As we practice smiling meditation. And every time you slip off to a thought, an emotion, or a feeling, simply note it and gently escort your mind back to the next inhale. And the half smile, of course. Releasing and relaxing every step of the way. Becoming present for our talk tonight, our journey, our intention. Inhaling the whole body and exhaling the whole body. All pores breathe. Breathe in your whole body, breathe out your whole body. Letting go of any holding on, any stress. And when you're ready, gently allowing the eyes to relax open, maintaining the half smile, and feeling a different sense of you.
Wonderful. Thank
Now we
you.
can talk, Jake.
Thank you, Peter. I love that. So I look forward to this every week. And it's going to lead us into, talked a little bit about it before you joined and jumped on, Peter, to kind of prelude everybody, get them up to speed with what the focus is. But the focus is, what we're going to discuss is, what is the Harmony Mountain experience? And so, Peter, please tell us what this is about. What is the Harmony Mountain experience?
Well, Jake, it's such a big question that we have to unpack here that you ask.
Yeah.
The Inner Harmony experience arose from my 20 plus years of seeing private clients as a healthcare practitioner that has now manifested itself into offering a retreat center, transformation retreats that we're calling the Harmony Mountain Experience. The experience, it's easy for me to start by saying I've trained all the staff personally, but I have to start all the way back at the land of all things, the land that was divinely sent to me where I build this retreat center. The land itself was a former dairy farm, and as we know in Eastern philosophy, cows are holy animals. You don't mess with the cows. So when I came here, the land spoke to me, and I had some confusion. So I called on some various practitioners. I called on people who do something called the art of sacred placemaking to come and in their own wisdom tradition tell me if I was actually feeling this land pulsate and breathe without telling them anything. And they did in their own words.
Right. Wow.
Then I got involved with working with His Holiness, the Dalai Lama, and studying with him and receiving blessings from him and getting involved in the Tibetan Folklore Festival in 2000 in Washington, D.C. I partnered with the Smithsonian Institute to bring His Holiness to the United States, Washington, D.C., the National Mall. So for a month, we had 1 million people come through and learn all about Tibetan culture and Tibetan Buddhism. The reason I bring this up is because I ended up bringing home a 25-foot tall Buddha statue and a Tibetan prayer wheel filled with 100,000 mantras that 500,000 people prayed on that ended up in my garage.
I've seen it. It's phenomenal. I asked, what in the world? And you're all getting the story behind it here, almost more in depth than I got when I saw it, because I might have been distracted and in awe, but it's phenomenal. It's amazing.
With that being said, the monks came with the prayer wheel and the Buddha to the grounds here, positioned the prayer wheel and the Buddha on the property. And they also concurred with the people from the art of sacred placemaking that the ground was sacred. It was on what they call double ley lines on the grid, L-E-Y, double ley lines on the planet, that the grounds themselves were very special, and there was even special spots on the grounds. So that was two people that concurred with me. I then brought a third group of people who do something called dowsing. And they brought dowsing rods to the property. And doused the land. And again, it was very special. And they found 3 extremely highly positive energetic vortexes on the property. So we proceeded to build this retreat center with the finest attention to detail, even to the point of shielding off any electromagnetic fields. In other words, all of the electric in the house has been shielded with cables. Plumbing, the HVAC, the refrigerating has all been shielded from any electromagnetic fields. And this is 20 years ago, which now we're only talking about it now. But the whole house was built that way. The second, the basement was shielded off with ultra low carbon steel shielding put in place to keep the electrical distribution only where it needed to be, dampening any EMF. The lighting in the house, the Lutron lighting, rather than being 120 volts, low voltage. So in other words, the inside of the retreat center mirror reflects the outside land. All natural products, stone and wood. Feng shuied, so everything is located and positioned in a 4-directional way. So the Harmony Mountain experience starts with the land, then the structure, then comes the thinking of what it is we're going to offer here. We've treated the EMFs, the interior. We've gone so far as to treat the water extremely carefully. Obviously, double reverse osmosis filtering, ultraviolet lighting. The drinking water and the water we shower with is ionized, ozonated, alkalinized, and finally, the drinking water is treated with molecular response effect technology, which basically creates a low frequency electromagnetic field which closely resembles the natural geomagnetic field you would find near the ocean or springs or water, and how healing that is. When we talk about hydration, many of us are extremely dehydrated, and this slows down the aging process. So the water we drink here hydrates 3 times faster than any other what we call inactivated water. So our water is activated. The light is low voltage. So the chi, the ki, the prana, the life force energy within the retreat center is part of the experience. Before we can even talk about what do we do with people.
Right.
You see? Which I could get into.
Can I ask, I just want to make a statement here. So what you're saying is that being on the land and even just physically being on the property and in the environment, healing and ultimate health can take place. Is that what I'm hearing? Correct me if I'm wrong.
That's exactly what we're saying is that when the gate opens and you arrive here, the healing begins.
Yeah.
Nobody says anything. It just begins to happen.
Because of, that. So take us a little deeper, Peter. So what that explains the environmental experience. Take us a little deeper in what the Harmony Mountain experience is all about.
It's about lifestyle, education, and change. In other words, we approach each person uniquely while at the same time treating everyone exactly the same. You don't arrive here with any diagnosis or any label or anything wrong with you. Everybody goes through pretty much exactly the same process, yet everyone has a unique experience, which we carefully observe and witness and intuit and learn how to work with these folks who would be here at our retreats in a very unique way. Our experience works with the physical, mental, emotional, spiritual, and environmental health of each individual. This inner harmony approach, as I call it, has been time tested over 20 years with amazing results, if I must say so myself. So when we break it down, it starts with the environment, then the physical health, then the mental, emotional, and spiritual health of each individual. We work with people with gentle movement, breathing techniques, exercise. We start with stress. We unpack people's stress. And most of the time, it unpacks itself just by being here. And people get very curious as to what's going on. The water, we talk about sleep. You know, Jake, we have a window of healing, which is very unique to us as a species, that runs from 11 to 3
p.m., right? Yeah.
Yeah. And the bedroom, each bedroom here are remediated. And the sleep positions are set up according. And we make sure there's no EMF fields. You know, all electricity is basically turned off at night down to a bare minimum. Wi-Fi, everything is off. And that's when healing can occur. We work with people's food plan, their diet. We give them sprouts and wheatgrass. We juice them. We teach them different diet forms. We talk about environmental health, how they can arrange their home to not be giving off the electro pollution that we're all suffering from. Electro pollution has now surpassed the pharmaceutical industry as far as leading cause of illness. It's in the top 5. Yeah, it goes cancer, heart, and electromagnetic fields. You got cell towers. When we get to 5G, we're all in trouble, you know?
Right.
We have these antennas in our mouth with mercury fillings or implants. You know, I have clients that hear radio stations.
Right. They hear radio stations?
Yeah.
You mean because of their body acting as an antenna?
Right. Right. Exactly.
My goodness. Well,
so we teach all different aspects of mental, emotional health, but we really see where somebody is at. Are they able to be present? If they're able to be present, can they feel their body? Are they in touch with sensations and pulsations? And are they able to change habits through our education? Are they able to be present to hear us talk and to contemplate change by listening to our lifestyle possibilities that we've garnished over 20 years and traveling the world, crisscrossing it many times, to learn about all these aspects of their health that coalesce and are all meaningful to each other, that not many people talk about under one roof or in one sitting, if you will. to bring in all the parts and pieces at one time is why we felt we needed retreats. 5-night, 6-day retreats. Decompress, educate, heal, detoxify, and leave with a new people package. You receive a mantra while you're here, learn how to meditate. We do yoga every morning.
So, Peter, quick question. Who is this retreat and experience designed for?
Well, it's designed for anybody and everybody, Jake, because we all suffer from the same issues in our tissues. We act them out uniquely, but at the end of the day, our relationship to our health on the inside and our relationship to the cosmos, if you will, on the outside, that then becomes our divinity, is also our relationship to our spirituality and our God consciousness or our highest good. So by peeling the onion on all of those levels and fronts, we can build quite a tapestry for each individual in their own unique way.
Mm.
Does that make sense?
It does. Although the environment is the same for all participants, and everybody's in their unique journey and path. That's what I heard you say there. And so you answered the question that it is really open to anybody who shares this human condition we all share.
That's right. And how we interpret becomes really the key.
Mm-hmm.
How we unpack our uniqueness, our place in the world, our relationship to the environment, how we move forward regarding our belief system, what's important, how we spend our time, how we find balance, how we treat our health at the cellular level and beyond. You're in the quantum field yourself.
Yeah.
You know, we use your biofeedback machine, quantum physics biofeedback, pulsed electromagnetic field therapy, light therapy. Our food is alive. Not only is it organic, it's alive when you eat it. So it takes people to expanded levels of consciousness very fast. And when they're unwilling, we work with them. We find their blockages. We learn why, what's in the way, what's preventing them from letting go. Who and what do they need to forgive? Why are they not sleeping?
I think the space too, Peter, the time you mentioned earlier, you need to submerge yourself in the environment with the right teaching, with the right resources, and only over a course of time. That's why that 5-night, 6-day is so important, because a 1-day or a 1-night evening event, it's just not gonna get you there. It's not, you need that time. Is that correct?
Absolutely, Jake. You know, we have to steep, just like a tea bag.
Yeah, steep.
When you come here, you steep. And
yeah, great analogy.
Yeah, and you let time reveal what you need. And we are practitioners of witnessing and observing, which is one of the higher states of consciousness here. So my staff is attuned, energetically taught to be able to feel into people's field and look into their eyes and learn oftentimes more closer to the problem than the people realize what's really going on, maybe even in the subconscious.
Mm-hmm. So, Peter, how can people learn more about when these retreats are coming up?
Well, basically every other week, in other words, twice a month, just beginning, Jake, in September, October, and November.
Mm-hmm.
And then we'll come back in the spring, unless there's a calling to do them through the winter months here in northeastern Pennsylvania. We don't know.
Mm-hmm.
It's a calling for me. It's a passion. And it's something that we desperately need right now on the planet with all of the chaos and uncertainty people have. And the physical health. You know, everybody likes to talk about physical health being the problem, you know, which all rooted in stress.
Yeah.
But you can't treat the physical health unless you treat the emotional health, people's spiritual well-being, and their environment.
We had a nice dialogue right before you jumped on, Peter, regarding regarding a recap a little bit of last week's discussion of stress and how the physical manifestation or the symptom, so to speak, of long-term chronic or acute stress, something that just happened consciously in your world recently and manifests, but it starts, you know, that I highly encourage everybody to just, if you're watching this live, watch the replay from last week. And if you're watching this on the replay, go back to the previous, because you're going to enjoy that knowledge about stress. It's a very more specific on your well-being physically. I highly recommend it. So if you're listening, everybody, tune into that. And I'm going to also post something, Peter, for people. You are able to discover more, everybody, about this to see if this is right for you. There's a simple process. This isn't complex. There's a website that I'll post. You can simply book a discovery call, or you can call this number I'm going to post, and I'm going to state the number too. It's 570-558-7450. That's 570-558-7450. Or you can go to harmonymountaininstitute.com/discover. I'll post it in the description below or in the chat box live, and ask those specific questions you may feel you need. It's a complimentary, 100% free discovery call, and we welcome you to do that. It may be a personal decision for you. It may be somebody in your life that you dearly love or care about. We're not expecting or asking for commitments to book retreats now. What we're asking for is that you reach out to learn more and to really consider this opportunity and this resource that is available to you. And that's something I will kind of leave it there, Peter, and let you kind of wrap things up here as we honor people's time this Thursday, September. Gosh, no, not yet. August 30th. It's almost September here coming up. So August 30th, 2018. I'll let you wrap things up. And if you have any questions, everybody, you can chat in the chat box. But please take advantage of that discovery call, because it's designed to go deeper and be specific for you. You may have specific questions that you need answers to, and that's what it's for. So Peter, take it back, take it away, and please bring us to closure through our intentional community gathering here with a closing intention whenever you're ready.
Sure, Jake, and so well said. So post your questions. This is an interactive community, and we're going to be driven here by your intentions, not ours. We're just showing up here for you, to be with you, and we hope to move forward in helping you thrive. I'm especially interested in people who perhaps have been through the recovery process, like myself, maybe have some years under their belt, but have hit the wall or feel complacent or are looking for a deeper experience in mind, body, and spirit. That's really a community that I'm passionate about. And also that has prompted me to put this program together with a focus on people who are looking to advance their sobriety, if you will, deepen their spirituality, engage in a more robust way of experiencing life, health, and happiness. So reflect on that, everyone, and let's close with a form of meditation I'm calling intentionality. Relaxing the eyes closed one more time. And if you've been inspired by anything that Jake or I said this evening, first of all, thank you for joining us. Second of all, if you've been inspired, allow an intention to bubble up in your awareness, something that arose for you or an aha moment in our brief time together, and plant that as a seed in your awareness for the week, something you're looking for yourself or another. And let your smile be the water and your breath be the light. As you inhale and exhale that seed of intention for the upcoming week. And each week, my first question will be, how have you manifested? Has anything arose for you? Has that intention popped out of the ground yet? Are you watering it with your daily meditation? Ask us your questions. Allowing that seed to drop even deeper into your awareness and smiling. And with love in my heart, allow the eyes to relax open and experience my love in your heart. And I say namaste and thank you.
Namaste. Thank you, Peter. Beautiful. Again, everybody, the information, if you need it, it's in the chat. And for those of you, reach out. We look forward to hearing from you. We look forward to having you join us each week. And any last closing thoughts, words before we depart for the evening, Peter?
Just namaste.